Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce on the sidelines. And the Pacers start out with the ball. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. Inside. Here's Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Well, the vertical of Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits. 6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Offensive board. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
And the shot's good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
To the paint. Here's Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Hartenstein. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
To the inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Thunder ball.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Turner. Fires the three. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. The definition of a stretch five, Boris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a three.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them. Well, we know Miles Turner does a ton of affecting the mind of the offensive player. How about that? You're going to have to try to score over the top of him, folks.
Siakam, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
And they're running. For three. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Thunder trail by 4. Outside, Williams. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Pass to Toppin. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Now, here's Williams. Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. Williams misses. Indiana leading by 5. Down low. You know, Doris, the last few years, Siakam has gotten back to attacking the rim like he once did.
To me, BA, that's where he's at his best. He's got such length and creativity. You don't want to have to step in his path as a defender. Listen, he knows he's got to shoot the 3, but go to your first strength.
Back to Toppin. Jacks up a 3. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Toppin's got 14 points.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Halliburton. No points yet. And here's Turner from the arc. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Caruso misses. Indiana leading. And Siakam with the slam.
Halliburton's vision and then the ability to thread the needle there makes the defense pay.
Here's Williams. Can't cash it in from close range. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. We've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Indiana ahead, up by 9. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Nembhard outside. On the wing, Mathurin. Bryant outside. That's tipped. And stolen by Caruso. Here's Wiggins. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who said of his all-star point guard, his knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Turner. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Wiggins from long range. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Boy, what a clever decision there by Pascal Siakam. Sticks with the shot and wins a trip to the free throw line.
All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams at crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Oh, Holmgren, the touch from range.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Pass to Toppin. Williams grabs the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Turner.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
To the middle. On the wing, Nembhard. Toppin outside. Clock is at 3. Here's Halliburton. And here's Turner from the arc.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
And Williams drops them both. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Dort. No points so far. Indiana with a rebound. Pass to Turner. Back to Siakam. There's the triple. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Here's Hartenstein. And the layup is good off the glass. Hardenstein's gotten his second bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Indiana ahead, up 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Hardenstein. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Hardenstein's got 6.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And Dort, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
So it's the Pacers now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Nice shot by Turner.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10 to the paint. Oh, stolen by Turner. High post Siakam. Finished off the break. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
And that is tenacity from Pascal Siakam. He was simply undeterred.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Now here's Halliburton. Nembhard outside. Halliburton outside. Toppin shot is off. Thunder trail by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Siakam covering. Pass to Dort. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got 8.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. To the inside. Turner. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Turner's got 6 in the quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Well, this is where Miles Turner's versatility is important, right? This is an athletic big man who is excellent at penetrating inside. What a bind he puts defenders in.
From 8 feet away, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Here's Siakam. And that one's good. Nice pass to set him up. Siakam's got 15 points.
Yeah, he's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
Down low. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 13. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. Left side Joe. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. The Pacers out in front. They're up by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Right wing. Back to Halliburton. Out to the right wing. Turner inside. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Their front court has owned this game, playing big and showing tremendous skill.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Thunder trail by 7. Wallace outside. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
On the wing, Nembhard. Pass to Turner. Inside. Here's Halliburton. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Now here's Williams. Counted.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
To the wing, right side. Nembhard outside. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Nembhard's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Now here's Halliburton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Well, the athleticism that Miles Turner brings to the center spot is quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Williams with it. Siakam covering. Count it. And now just a 2-point Indiana lead.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Turner, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. SGA using that size.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
To the middle. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Hartenstein a screen. The kick out to Williams. Back to Hartenstein. Over Turner. Hartenstein, no good. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pass to Turner. And connects from downtown.
You want the answer, can Miles Turner make tough shots in big moments? That's a definitive yes.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Second team
First free throw is good. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Toppin. Money.
Toppin embraces the challenge unafraid in the big moment.
And Turner with the block. They retain possession. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Tyrese Halliburton. 2 shots.
So he gets them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. Guys, what do you think?
Not an ideal situation for them. They've got to make a 3, then foul, hope for some misses, and make another 3.
So Indiana wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce.